हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू मयंक लॉहॉलिक। जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं कि हमने रिसेंटली कर्नाटका सिविल जज जुडिशरी के प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन पेपर्स की पूरी जो प्लेलिस्ट है वो बनाना शुरू किया है। सबसे पहले हमने 2021 का पेपर बनाया था। अब जो हम पेपर डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं वो कर्नाटका सिविल जज जूनियर डिवीजन का 2020 का पेपर है। तो इस 2020 के पेपर को हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं। ये उस प्लेलिस्ट में सेकंड वीडियो है। तो प्लीज़ वीडियो शुरू होने से पहले हमारे चैनल को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर कर दीजिए। प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन पेपर उन लोगों को भी देखने चाहिए जो कर्नाटका जुडिशरी का एग्जाम नहीं दे रहे हैं, क्योंकि इससे आपको ये पता चलता है कि कौन से क्वेश्चन इंपॉर्टेंट है, कौन सा लॉ का पार्ट जिससे बार बार क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं वो आपको यहाँ से इसको देखने से पता चलेगा। तो शुरुआत करते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से। Under Section 90A of the Indian Evidence Act 1872, a presumption regarding production of electronic records may be drawn if said record is 10 years old, 5 years old, 30 years old, 12 years old. Here correct answer is option B, that is 5-year-olds. Under Section 90A of Indian Evidence Act, presumption as to electronic record is 5 years old is provided. This section was inserted in the year 2000. Question number 2. Granting of decree for a specific performance is not mandatory, on the court, discretionary, not compulsory, none of the above. Here correct answer is option B, that is discretionary. It will be the discretion of the court of law. Question number 3. What must be the age of minor/victim with regard to the offence kidnapping defined under section 361 of IPC? Option A 16 years, option B 18 years, option C under 16 years if male and under 18 years if female, under 18 years if male and under 21 years if female. Here correct answer is option C, that is under 16 years if a male and under 18 years if a female. Under section 361 of IPC, kidnapping from lawful guardianship has been defined. Kidnapping from lawful guardianship is whoever takes or entices any minor under 16 years of age if male or 18 years of age if female, or any person of unsound mind without the consent of such guardian is said to be kidnapped such minor or person from lawful guardianship. Therefore, correct answer here is option C. Question number 4. A complaint under section 2D of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, A is one filed in the police station, B is the first information report submitted by the police to the court, C any allegation made orally or in writing to a magistrate, and D protest petition filed after police submit B report. Here the correct answer is option C, that is any allegation made orally or in writing to a magistrate. Complaint is defined in section 2D of CRPC. Section 2D of CRPC, the definition of complaint is, section 2D says that complaint means any allegation made orally or in writing to a magistrate with a view to his taking action under this code that some person whether known or unknown has committed an offence but does not include a police report. Here it is clearly mentioned in section 2D of CRPC that police report is not complaint. Police report and complaints are different things, and complaint has to be made to magistrate. It can either be an oral allegation or also be in the form of writing. Now let us proceed to question number 5. An attempt to commit an offence punishable under dash of IPC. Here correct answer is option D, section 511 of IPC. Section 511 of IPC, punishment for attempting to commit offence punishable with imprisonment for life or other imprisonment. Question number 6. If the husband and wife are living separately by mutual consent, which of the following is the correct proposition under section 125 subsection 4 of Code of Criminal Procedure 1973? Here correct answer is option D, that is wife is not entitled to maintenance. Here in section 125 of CRPC, it is clearly described that if a wife is living separately by the mutual consent, then she will not be entitled for the maintenance. No wife shall be entitled to receive an allowance for the maintenance or the interim maintenance and expenses of proceedings as the case may be from her husband under this section if she is living in adultery. Okay, one point is adultery, or if without any sufficient reason she refuses to live with her husband, or if they are living separately by mutual consent. So there are three reasons: adultery, without any sufficient reason she refuses to live with her husband, or they are living separately by mutual consent. There will be no maintenance provided to that particular woman. Question number 7. Section 112 of Indian Evidence Act relates to conclusive proof of death, marriage, life, legitimacy. Here correct answer is option D, that is legitimacy. Section 112 of Indian Evidence Act is a birth during marriage, conclusive proof of legitimacy. Let us proceed to question number 8. Section 159 of Indian Evidence Act relates to the following subjects: refreshing of memory by witness. Here option A is the correct answer. Refreshing memory by witness is provided in section 159 of Indian Evidence Act. Question number 9. Which country has won the maximum number of gold medals in Olympics? Men's hockey. Option A India, B Pakistan, C Germany, D Australia. Here correct answer is option A, that is India. Question number 10. A. Who is the resident of Bengaluru city wants to file a suit for partition against his brother who is the resident of Tumkur. In respect of 5 acres of land situated at Ramnagar, A has to file the suit for partition in the court at the following place: Bangalore city, Tumkur, Ramnagar, either at Bengaluru or at Tumkur or at Ramnagar. In question number 10, here correct answer is option C, that is Ramnagar. Ramnagar is the correct answer. Question number 11. What is the rebuttable evidence under Order 18 Rule 3 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908? Correct answer is option B. When there are several issues, the burden of proving some of which lies on the other party, the party beginning may at his option either produce his evidence on whose issues or reserve it by way of answer to the evidence produced by the other party. And in the latter case, the party beginning may produce evidence on those issues after the other party has produced all his evidence. Will be related to rebuttal evidence under Order 18 Rule 3 of Code of Civil Procedure. Now let us proceed to question number 12. Who is the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India? Correct answer is option C, that is Shri Shaktikant Das is the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Question number 13. Who was the first Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court? Here correct answer is option B, Justice R. Venkatramayya is the correct answer. He is the first Chief Justice of the Karnataka High Court. Question number 14. A non-residential premises with plinth area of 16 square meters used for the commercial purpose has been let out. Which act is applicable to the said premises to evict the tenant? Here correct answer is option B, that is Transfer Property Act 1882. Question number 15. Spec succession means lawful succession, assured inheritance, promised inheritance, expectation of succession. Correct answer is option D, that is expectation of succession. Spec succession means expectation of succession. Question number 16. Advocates Day is celebrated in India on 3rd December to mark the option A, adoption of the Constitution of India, birth anniversary of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, establishment of the Supreme Court of India, and birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Here correct answer is option B, that is birth anniversary of Dr. Rajendra Prasad is celebrated as Advocates Day. Question number 17. Vande Mataram was written by, it is very easy question, Vande Mataram was written by Shri Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Option D is the right answer. Question number 18. A lends money to B on 18/6/2015. On 10/7/2018, B acknowledges the debt in writing. Suit is filed by A against B for recovery of the amount lent on 16/8/2020. The suit is barred by limitation. Within the period of limitation can be decreed only for the amount, if any, due from the 10/7/2018 to 16/8/2020. None of the above is the correct position in law. Here correct answer is option A, that is barred by the limitation. Question number 19. Which section of IPC defines the term grievous hurt? Here correct answer is option C, that is section 320. Section 320 defines the grievous hurt and section 319 defines hurt. Question number 20. No appeal is allowed by a convicted person where magistrate pass only a sentence of fine not exceeding. Correct answer is option D, that is 100 rupees. If there is a fine of only 100 rupees, then no appeal will be allowed by a convicted person. Question number 21. Who is the executive head in India? The President is the executive head in India. Option A is the right answer. Question number 22. Maximum term of imprisonment which can be awarded for driving the vehicle in a rash and negligent manner on a public way, an offence under section 279 of IPC is, correct answer is option A, that is 6 months. The condition for applicability of section 279 IPC is a person drives vehicle in rash and negligent way. Such a rash and negligent act may endanger human life or it may cause hurt or injury to any other person. Now let us proceed to question number 23. In the absence of a contract or local law or usage to the contrary, a lease of immovable property for agriculture purposes shall be deemed to be a lease. Option A is the right answer. From year to year, terminable on the part either the lessor or the lessee by 6 months notice. Here option A is the right answer. Question number 24. Decisions regarding disqualification of the members of Lok Sabha are taken by, correct answer is option A, that is Speaker. Speaker takes the decision regarding the disqualification of the members of Lok Sabha. Question number 25. In a suit for a specific performance of contract of sale of an immovable property, the presumption is that the time is not the essence of the contract. The presumption is that the time is the essence of the contract. The presumption being a discretionary one, it is for the court to raise it or not, having regard to the rise in the price of immovable properties. The presumption that time is not the essence of the contract is no longer good law. In question number 25, correct answer is option A, that is, in a suit for a specific performance of a contract of sale of immovable property, the presumption is that the time is not the essence of the contract. Here option A is the right answer. Question number 26. Who appoints the district judge in a state? Correct answer is option D, that is the governor of the state in consultation with the High Court. District judges are appointed by the High Court. Question number 27. An order for attachment of the property of the person absconding can be issued after publication of the proclamation, issued before publication of the proclamation, issued simultaneously with the issue of proclamation. Correct answer is option C, that is issued simultaneously with the issue of proclamation. Question number 28. A executed a gift deed in favor of B in respect of an immovable property worth ₹90. The deed was duly attested but was not registered. B in a suit claimed title by virtue of the above gift deed. Is his claim maintainable? Option here is option A is the right answer. No, because gift deed is not registered, as according to as per section 17 of the Indian Registration Act, gift deed of immovable property is required to be compulsorily registered. Therefore, option A will be the right answer. Question number 29. The decision of the Honorable Supreme Court in Arnesh Kumar versus State of Bihar and another relates to the following subjects. Correct answer is option B, that is arrest. Question number 30. As per section 21 of the Specific Relief Act 1963 as amended by Act number 18 of 2018, in a suit for the specific performance, here correct answer is option C. Plaintiff can seek compensation and also the specific performance. C is the right answer. Question number 31. In a suit where one of the parties is a minor, A, there cannot be compromise at all. Court has to refer the parties to mediation. Court has to refer the parties to Lok Adalat. Leave of the court has to be obtained by the next friend or the guardian or the minor to enter into compromise. Correct answer here is option D, that is leave of the court has to be obtained by the next friend or guardian of the minor to enter into a compromise in a suit where one of the parties is minor. Question number 32. Under which of the following enactment the manner of executing a will is provided? The manner of enactment of executing a will is provided under Indian Succession Act 1925. Now let us proceed to question number 33. A filed a suit against the government to obtain an urgent and immediate relief with an application under section 80 subsection 2 of Code of Civil Procedure 1908 to dispense with the issuance of a statutory notice. After hearing the parties, the court is satisfied that no urgent or immediate relief need to be granted. The court shall reject the plaint, return the plaint for presentation to it after complying section 80 subsection 1 of the code, dismiss the suit, permit the plaintiff to withdraw the suit with the liberty to file fresh suit. Here correct answer is option B, that is return the plaint for the presentation of it after complying section 80 clause 1 section 80 subsection 1 of the code. Question number 35. Which section of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 empowers the High Court or District Court to transfer any suit from one court to another subordinate to it? Here correct answer is option C, section 24. Section 24 of the Civil Procedure Code provides general power and withdrawal. Question number 36. With which game Santosh Trophy is associated in India? Here correct answer is option B, that is football. Santosh Trophy is associated with football, and the football winner of Santosh Trophy of 2021 was Manipur. Question number 37. The consensus ad idem means option A, to agree in the same way. Option B, no agreement can have more than one meaning. Option C, to agree or for different objects in the same sense, meeting of minds of all the parties to the contract. Here correct answer is option D, that is meeting of minds of all the parties to the contract is the correct answer of the maxim consensus ad idem. Question number 38. A entered into a sale agreement with B to purchase property at Raichur, rupees 6 lakh, and paid rupees 1 lakh, a sale advance. A has to file a suit for a specific performance of a contract and alternative relief for refund of the sale advance before the court of option A, civil judge, option B, senior civil judge, option C, district judge, and option D, any of the above. Here correct answer is option B, that is senior civil judge. Question number 39. In which of the following situations plaint can be rejected under Order 7 Rule 11 of the CPC? Option A, if without obtaining the leave to file a fresh suit in respect of the same subject matter, the previous suit is withdrawn and fresh suit is filed. Option B, If the previous suit is dismissed for the non-prosecution without filing a petition for the restoration, a fresh suit is filed. Option C, where it appears from the statement of the plaintiff that the suit is barred by any law, and option D, none of the above. Under Order 7, Rule 11 of CPC, the plaint can be rejected in option C, that is, where it appears to the statement that a plaint that the suit is barred by any law, then plaint will be rejected. Now let us proceed to question number 40. Who is the longest served Chief Minister of the state in India? Option A, Shri Jyoti Basu in West Bengal, Shri Pawan Kumar Chamling in Sikkim, Shri Vidarbh Singh in Himachal Pradesh, Shri Naveen Patnaik in Odisha. Here correct answer is option B, that is Shri Pawan Kumar Chamling in Sikkim. He was the longest served Chief Minister of Sikkim state in India. Question number 41. Under section 146 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, in the absence of any contract to the contrary, co-sureties are liable to contribute equally according to capacity, unequally either A or B or C. Here correct answer is option A, that is equally. Under section 146 of Indian Contract Act, co-sureties are liable to contribute equally. Question number 42. If a suit filed in a court having no pecuniary jurisdiction to try the said suit, the court shall return the plaint, reject the plaint, dismiss the suit, permit the plaintiff to withdraw the suit. Here correct answer is option A, that is return the plaint. If a suit is filed in a court having no pecuniary jurisdiction to try the said suit, court shall return the plaint. Question number 43. Which section of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 empowers the magistrate to try the offence under chapter 17 of the said act summarily? Option A, section 140, option B, section 141, option C, section 142, and option D, section 143. Here correct answer is option D, that is section 143. Section 143 of negotiable instrument talks about that in this section regarding power of court to try cases summarily. Question number 44. Warrant case under section 2X of the CRPC. Option A is that which relates to an offence for which punishment is not less than 3 years. Option B is that relating to an offence punishable with death, imprisonment for life, or imprisonment for a term exceeding 2 years. Here option B is the correct answer. Warrant case under section 2 is that a case relating to an offence punishable with death, imprisonment for life, or imprisonment for a term exceeding 2 years. The warrant case means a case relating to an offence punishable with death, imprisonment for life, or imprisonment for a term exceeding 2 years. Question number 45. Under section 27 of the Indian Evidence Act 1872, no part of the statement made by the accused can be proved. If the accused has made a statement before the judicial magistrate, then only it can be proved. When any fact is deposed to as discovered in consequence of the information received from a person accused of any offence in the custody of a police officer, so much of such information, whether it amounts to the confession or not, as relates to the distinctly to the facts thereby discovered, may be proved. Option D, only if the police are able to recover any weapon or any ornament, the statement becomes relevant. Here in question number 45, under section 27 of the Indian Evidence Act, option C will be the right answer. Section 27 of Indian Evidence Act, for the applicability of section 27, the statement must be split into its components and to separate admissible portion. Now let us proceed to question number 46. Which article of the Constitution of India abolishes untouchability? Here correct answer is option C, that is Article 17. Article 17 of the Constitution of India abolishes untouchability. Question number 47. Which is the tallest statue in the world? Here correct answer is option B, that is Sardar Patel statue at Gujarat in India. Question number 48. Which article of the Constitution of India states that state shall endeavour to secure to every citizen a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India? Here correct answer is option D, that is Article 44 of the Constitution of India. Question number 49. Which of the following mortgage does not require registration? Option A, usufructuary mortgage, option B, anomalous mortgage, option C, equitable mortgage, and option D, mortgage by conditional sale. Correct answer here is option C, that is equitable mortgage. Equitable mortgage doesn't require registration. Question number 50. In a suit where the plaintiff relies upon a will, when the matter is posted for evidence, the plaintiff proposes to examine one of the attestors to the will before examining himself on a ground that his own examination would take some time and that the attester has to go abroad immediately. In this situation, which of the following courses is open to the court in terms of Order 18, Rule 3A of the CPC? Option A, since it is the mandate of Order 18, Rule 3A, the Code of Civil Procedure, plaintiff cannot be permitted to examine the attested before examining himself. Option B, only if the defendant consents for the examination of the attester before the examination of the plaintiff, the court can take recourse of the same. Option C, court certainly has the power to permit a plaintiff to examine the attester before examining himself. Here correct answer is option C. Court certainly has the power to permit the plaintiff to examine the attester before examining himself under Order 18, Rule 3A of CPC. Question number 51. One of the following has become President of India without becoming the Vice President of India. Option R, Shri Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, Shri R. Venkataraman, Shri Shankar Dayal Sharma and Shri Pranab Mukherjee. Here correct answer is option D, that is Shri Pranab Mukherjee. Question number 52. Which section of the Indian Evidence Act relates to relevancy of dying declaration? Here correct answer is option B, that is section 32. Section 32 is the correct answer. Question number 53. Under section 258 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, a magistrate can stop further proceedings of a case at any stage. Option A, if it is a summon case instituted otherwise than upon complaint. Option B, if it is a summons case instituted upon complaint. Option C, if it is a warrant case instituted otherwise than upon complaint. And option D, if it is a warrant case instituted upon complaint. Here correct answer is option A, that is if it is a summon case instituted otherwise than upon complaint. Section 258 of CRPC talks about the power to stop proceeding in certain cases. Question number 54. In a suit for a specific performance of contract, if the relief for possession is not claimed, the court can allow the plaintiff to amend the plaint including a claim for the said relief. Option A, only before filing the written statement. Option B, only before commencement of trial. And option C, at any stage of the proceeding. And option D, cannot be allowed to amend the plaint. Here correct answer is option C, that is at any stage of the proceedings. Question number 55. With which country India shares the longest border? Here correct answer is option A, Bangladesh. With Bangladesh, India shares the longest border. Question number 56. Which of the following is not a fundamental duty as defined under Article 51A of the Constitution of India? Here correct answer is option D. To exercise franchisee by casting vote is not the fundamental duty which has been asked in the question. Otherwise, to safeguard public property and abjure violence is a fundamental duty. To value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture is also a fundamental duty, and to abide by the Constitution is also the fundamental duty prescribed in Article 51A of the Constitution of India. Question number 57. A is charged with travelling on a railway without ticket. The burden of proving that A had ticket is on railways, ticket checker, prosecution A. Correct answer is option D, that is upon A. Question number 58. Under section 299 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 relates to permission to conduct prosecution, legal aid to the accused at state expenses, recording of evidence where accused is absconding, and procedure for proving previous conviction or acquittal. Here correct answer is option C, that is recording of evidence where accused is absconding. Section 299 of CRPC provides that for certain situations where the evidence may be recorded in absence of accused, it states that the court, if proved that the accused person has absconded and there is no immediate prospect of his arrest, it may examine the witness and record the deposition produced by prosecution against him in his absence. Therefore, C is the right answer. Question number 59. Under section 5 of the Indian Evidence Act, evidence may be given of the existence or non-existence of every fact in issue and of such other facts as may be declared to be relevant by the act of no others. Here correct answer is option A only. Question number 60. A suit for recovery of possession of an immovable property under section 6 of Specific Relief Act 1963 has to be filed within dash from the date of disposition. Here correct answer is option D, that is 6 months from the date of disposition. Question number 61. Under Specific Relief Act 1963, an injunction can be granted under the following circumstances. Option A, to restrain any person from prosecuting a judicial proceeding. Option B, to restrain any person from applying to any legislative body. And option D, to prevent the breach of an obligation existing in favor of plaintiff. And option D, all of the above. Correct answer is option C, to prevent the breach of an obligation existing in favor of the plaintiff. Question number 62. Doing of an act which would bring the government establishment of law in India into hatred or contempt is called option A, conspiracy, option B, waging war against the government, option C, sedition, and option D, abetment. Here correct answer is option C. In section 124A, sedition is defined in IPC. Question number 63. Under section 57 of the Indian Evidence Act 1872, court Option A, cannot take judicial notice of the any fact. Option B, shall take judicial notice of the facts referred to in said section. And option C, has a discretion or not to take judicial notice. And option D, none of the above. Here correct answer is option B. Under section 57 of the Indian Evidence Act, the court shall take judicial notice of the facts referred to in the said section. Question number 64. Order 20 Rule 1 of the CPC, where the judgment is not pronounced at once. Every endeavour shall be made by the court to pronounce judgment within dash from the date on hearing of the case was concluded, if there is no exception in extraordinary circumstances. Here correct answer is option C, that is 30 days. Question number 65. Cristiano Ronaldo is the icon player of which game? Here option A is the correct answer, that is football. Question number 66. Under section 152 of Code of Civil Procedure 1908, clerical or arithmetical mistakes in the judgments, decrees or orders can be corrected by the court. Option A, on its own motion. Option B, only on application of any of the parties. Option C, either A or B. And option D, both A or B. Here correct answer is option C, that is either A or B. Amendments of judgments or decrees or orders provided under section 152 of CPC. Question number 67. Under section 54A of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, the court having jurisdiction to may direct a person arrested to subject himself to identification at the request of the executive magistrate, suo motu by the court at the request of the officer in charge of the police station, on the request of the complainant. Here correct answer is option C, that is at the request of the officer in charge of the police station. Question number 68. Bail granted under section 167 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 is statutory bail, anticipatory bail, bail granted at the discretion of the court concerned, none of the above. Here correct answer is option A, that is statutory bail. Section 167 of CRPC mentioned the steps when investigation cannot be completed within 24 hours. Question number 69. Which section of Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 empowers the magistrate to commit a case to the Court of Session after the commencement of inquiry or trial if it appears to him that the case is one which is ought to be tried by the Court of Session? Here correct answer is option A, that is section 323. Section 323 of CRPC is procedure when after commencement of inquiry or trial magistrate finds case should be committed. Question number 70. The landmark judgment of the Honorable Court in Justice K.S. Puttaswamy retired and another versus Union of India and Aadhar is popularly known as Aadhar case. Here option D is the right answer, that is Aadhar case. Question number 71. A contracts to B a sum of money when B marries C. C dies without being married to B. Therefore, the said contract becomes, here correct answer is option A, that is void. Question number 72. The National Judicial Academy is situated in, correct answer is Bhopal. Option C is the right answer. Question number 73. When a writ is issued to an inferior court or tribunal on grounds of exceeding its jurisdiction or acting contrary to the rules of natural justice, it is called as writ of certiorari. Here option A is the right answer. The literal meaning of the writ of certiorari is to be certified or to be informed. The writ is issued by a court higher in authority to a lower court or tribunal, ordering them either to transfer a case pending with them to itself or quash their order in a case. Question number 74. An Indian who is presently the member of the International Court of Justice is, correct answer is option B, Justice Dalveer Bhandari. Question number 75. A entered into an agreement with B to sell immovable property of the former. For the consideration of B was put in possession of the property. Both the parties had signed the agreement. The agreement had not been registered under the Indian Registration Act. The suit between the parties, B claimed benefit of section 53A of the Transfer of Property Act 1882. Whether his claim is maintainable? Here correct answer is option B, that is no, it is not maintainable since the agreement was not registered. Question number 76. To encourage the voters' participation in electoral franchise, National Voters' Day is observed on India on, here correct answer is option A, that is 25th January. Question number 77. Which section of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 empowers the court to proceed against the other persons not being accused who appears to have committed any offence and who could be tried together with the accused? Correct answer is option D, that is section 319. Question number 78. The author of the book Roses in December is, options are Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer, option B Justice M.N. Venkatchelaya, option C Justice MC Chagla, and option D Justice PN Bhagwati. Here correct answer is option C Justice MC Chagla. Question number 79. Delay in filing an application for executions cannot be condoned at all. Can be condoned if delay is not unreasonable. Can be condoned if decree in question is one for mandatory injunction. Can be condoned if the decree in question is one for money. Here correct answer is option A, that is cannot be condoned at all. Question number 80. A committed the theft of a mobile phone by entering the house of A during night hours by breaking open the lock. A committed the offense of option A section 457 and section 380 of IPC, option B section 457 and section 379 of IPC, option C section 454 and section 380 of IPC, and option D section 454 and section 379 of IPC. Here correct answer is option A, that is section 457 and section 380 of IPC. Section 380 is the theft in dwelling house, etc. And section 457 of IPC is lurking house trespass or housebreaking by night in order to commit offence punishable with imprisonment. Question number 81. A obstruct the path along which Z has a right to pass by not believing in good faith that he has right to stop the path. Z is thereby prevented from passing. A has committed the offence of. Here A has committed the offence of wrongful restraint. Wrongful restraint is defined in section 339 of IPC, and whereas wrongful confinement is defined in section 340 of IPC. Question number 82. Who served as the Chief Justice of India for the longest tenure? Here correct answer is option B, that is Justice Y.V. Chandrachud. Question number 83. The report of a court commissioner appointed for local investigation. Option A is inadmissible in the evidence without examining the commissioner. Option B cannot be looked into without marking it, and option C is evidence in suit and shall form part of the record, and option D can be used only when both the parties give consent of the same. Here correct answer is option C is evidence in the suit and shall form the part of the record. Question number 84. The presumption under section 139 of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 is a mandatory presumption. Here option B is the correct answer. Question number 85. When the question is whether a man is alive or dead and it is shown that he was alive within dash, the burden of proving that he is dead is on the person who affirms it. Here correct answer is option A, that is 7 years. It is provided in section 107 of Indian Evidence Act. Question number 86. Which provision of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 relates to hearing any issue as a preliminary issue? Here correct answer is option A, that is Order 14, Rule 2 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. Order 14 talks about the settlement of issues and determination of suit on issues of law or on issues agreed upon, and Order 14 Rule 2, Court to pronounce judgment on all issues is provided. Question number 87. The period of limitation for taking cognizance if the offence is punishable with imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 year is option A 3 years, option B 1 year, option C 6 months, and option D no limitation. Here correct answer is option B, that is 1 year. Section 468 of CRPC explains the period of limitation related to offence. Where the offence is of fine only, the limitation period will be 6 months. Where the offence is of punishment for 1 year, the limitation period will be 1 year, and where the punishment is for 3 years, the limitation period will also be of 3 years, and where the punishment is above 3 years, the punishment is above 3 years, there will be no limitation. Question number 88. Which of the following documents does not require attestation? Here options are A will, B gift deed, C mortgage deed, and D agreement of sale. Here correct answer is option D, that is agreement of sale does not require attestation, whereas will, gift deed, and mortgage deed require attestation. Question number 89. What is the uniqueness of the 21st June? Here correct answer is option D, that is International Yoga Day, longest day in the year in India, and World Music Day. So 21st June is relevant for 3 events. Question number 90. A tenant has caused substantial damage to the premises which resulted in changing its identity and diminishing its value. To get an order of eviction for this reason, landlord has filed a petition under dash of the Karnataka Rent Act 1999. Here correct answer is option C, that is Section 27 subsection 2 clause L. Question number 91. Which section of the Specific Relief Act 1963 says that no court shall make any such declaration where the plaintiff, being able to seek further relief than a mere declaration of title, omits to do so? Here correct answer is option D, that is section 34. Question number 93. The investigation officer during the course of investigation records the statement of witness under dash of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. Here correct answer is option D, that is section 161 of CRPC. Question number 94. One of the following is not the mode of transfer property as defined under the Transfer Property Act 1882. Here correct answer is option D, that is will. Will is not defined as the mode of transfer property under TPA, whereas sale, gift and exchange are the mode of transfers which are defined under the TPA. Question number 95. A agrees to buy from B a horse. It turns out that the horse was dead at the time of the bargain. Though neither party was aware of the fact, therefore the agreement is option A, void. Question number 96. The World Sparrow Day is observed on. Correct answer is option D, that is March 20. Question number 97. Which provision of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 explains the procedure to be followed by the court when witness fails to attend the court or produce documents in compliance with the summon issued by the court? Here correct answer is option B, that is Order 16, Rule 10 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. Question number 98. Who is the present Speaker of the Karnataka Legislative Assembly? Option R, Shri K.R. Ramesh Kumar. Option B, Shri K.G. Bupaya. Option C, Shri Vigneshwara Hegde Kageri. And option D, Shri Kogadu Timmappa. Here correct answer is option C, that is Shri Vishweshwara Hegde Kageri. Question number 99. Under section 77 of the Indian Evidence Act, public documents can be provided. Option A, by examining the public servant concerned. Option B, by production of certified copies of the document in question. Option C, by securing the original public documents themselves. And option D, by obtaining digitalized copies of the said documents. Here correct answer is option C, that is by securing the original public document themselves. Question number 100. Whether a mortgage under a simple mortgage can take possession of the mortgage property? Correct answer is option B, that is no. So this was the last question of the Karnataka Civil Judge Junior Division exam, which we have cleared. Now in another video we will deal with the another question paper of Karnataka Civil Judge exam. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching.